Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the first and last tag. I was tagged by Chapter Chicks. I'll leave their video in the down bar, and let's get started with this tag. Question number 1, what was the first video you posted and what was the last video you posted? The first video I ever posted was probably a family video. I used to post little family clips on YouTube to share with my family members, so that was probably the first video I've ever posted on YouTube. And my last video was a book haul that I posted yesterday. Question number 2, who is the first booktuber you ever watched, and who is the last booktuber you watched, and what video was it? The first booktuber I ever really watched was probably Kaylee Hyde from Kaylee Reads. I used to watch her videos religiously on Alice Say Hoot, and she introduced me to the booktube community. And the last booktube video I watched was from Time Lords and Wizards, and it was titled The Diviners, the Reader, and the Joy of Letters. She's an awesome booktuber, so go check out her channel. I'll leave a link to her channel in the down bar. Go check out her and Kaylee. I'll leave a link to Kaylee's channel as well. They're both amazing booktubers. Question number 3, what was the first book you remember buying and what was the last book you bought? I really can't remember the first book that I ever bought. It was probably a Captain Underpants book because I used to love Captain Underpants. And the last book that I bought was Soon I Will Be Invincible by Austin Grossman. Question number 4, what was the first book you remember reading all by yourself and what was the last book you read? I honestly cannot remember the first book that I ever read through. It's probably one of those Hooked on Phonics books. I used to love those books as a kid. They're just simple little stories, but they were so fun. And the last book that I read was Legend by Marie Lu. Question number 5, what was the first dystopian book you read and what was the last dystopian book you read? The first one was probably George Orwell's 1984, and the dystopian that I read most recently was Legend by Marie Lu. Question number 6, what was the first paranormal romance you read and what was the last paranormal romance you ever read? The first one I ever read was Beautiful Creatures, and the last one I ever read was Beautiful Darkness, and I only got 80 pages in and I put it down because I just got annoyed with it. I'll pick it up soon. Question number 7, what was the first book that ever made you cry and what was the last book that made you cry? I can't remember the title of the book, but I remember reading a book in 4th grade about a guy and his relationship with a dog, and the dog passes away, and I just remember getting so emotional I could hardly control my tears. I was just bawling my eyes out. I had to pace in the room that I was in reading because I just needed to calm myself down. That's how upset I was about this book. And I haven't bawled my eyes out in a really long time over a book, but I did get a little teary-eyed in one of the chapters in this book. I'm not gonna say what, but I just got a little bit emotional. It's okay. I just got a little teary-eyed, that's it. Question number 8, what was the first series you ever read and completed, and what was the last series you read and completed? The first series I ever completed was the Harry Potter series, and the last series that I completed was the Hunger Games. I'm not very good at keeping up with series, and I'm not very good with pushing myself to continue on with series and to finish series for some reason. Question number 9, what was the first book you couldn't push yourself to finish, and what was the last book you couldn't push yourself to finish? The first book that I really remember not being able to push myself to finish was the last book in the A Series of Unfortunate Events series. I just didn't want the series to end, and I was such a devoted fan to that series that it was just really upsetting for that series to be finished. But I finally finished that series last summer, and I was actually kind of disappointed with the ending, so I shouldn't have even read it. And then the last book that I couldn't push myself to finish was Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Question number 10, who is the first person you'll tag and who is the last person you'll tag? The first person I tag is Maureen TV, and the last person I tag is Bookables. You guys should do this tag. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Later. My mama just called me. I need to call her back.
You want Sonic?
Yes.
Well, we're almost home. They can let you out front. You guys can run and get it.
Duh. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. I guess I'll postpone filming this then. And I'm back with a Sonic Happy Hour drink.